all Jews and take all Christians as your friends and allies, you would be monstrously mistaken. You'll be worse than a schoolboy. No, Allah is not doing that. You must study the Quran as a whole. That is proper methodology. Listen to the words which follow. بَعْدُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْدٍ بَعْدُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْدٍ. Do not take such Jews and do not take such Christians. بَعْدُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْدٍ. Have you heard that? Or is your skull so thick you cannot hear? Do not take such Jews and do not take such Christians as your friends and allies. بَعْدُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْدٍ. Who are themselves friends and allies of each other. وَمَنْ يَتَوَلَّهُمْ مِنْكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. And whosoever from amongst you turn to them for friendship and alliance, you belong to them, you are no longer a part of this ummah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَهْدِي الْقَوْمَ الظَّالِمِينَ. And Allah does not provide guidance to a wicked people. The Quran is anticipating, if I may be allowed to use that term. If it's not, then tell me what's a better term. The Quran is anticipating, the Quran is saying that a time will come when part of the Christian world and part of the Jewish world are going to reconcile and form friendship and alliance. And when that Jewish-Christian or Judeo-Christian alliance is established, as it is today, the Zionist Judeo-Christian alliance, which has NATO as its military. Are you listening to me in Bosnia? Are you listening to me in Montenegro and Albania and Kosovo? The Judeo-Christian Zionist alliance, when it has come into being, as it has come into being, which has NATO as its military arm, Allah says, do not turn to them with friendship and alliance. So you cannot be a member of NATO. If you are a member of NATO, you no longer belong to this ummah. You join them, you're not with us. Allah will not provide guidance for a wicked people. That's what NATO is. And if you differ with me, wait for the grave and you'll see. If you have no respect for my scholarship, wait for the grave and you'll see. I'm warning you. I don't want to see you punished. I want to see you rightly guided. That's why I'm struggling and struggling and struggling with you. But not with my students. They can easily understand. MashaAllah, around the world, so many people can understand so easily that it was shameful on the part of Turkey to turn to NATO, to ask NATO to intervene so that Turkey could invade Syria. Don't you have any shame? Don't you have any respect for the Quran? Can this be a valid Islamic state? But thank Allah, NATO said no, we're not doing it. And as a result, I don't think you have a Turkish invasion of Syria. Alhamdulillah for that, because Turkey said, NATO said no. And we have to thank NATO for that. NATO is not yet ready for war with Russia over this issue. But then this Sultan in Turkey showed his true Islamic credentials. Yes, he showed his true Islamic credentials when when NATO said, no, we're not intervening. So Turkey cannot invade Syria anymore. And so Idlib cannot be saved anymore. So now he showed his true credentials as a sultan, because he opened the doors for all the refugees to flood into Europe. playing games of politics, political games with refugees. That is shameful. That is shameful. That is shameful. That is disgraceful. And every Muslim around the world today has to hang his head in shame that a Muslim leader in a Muslim country should behave like this, to open the doors for the refugees to flood into Europe because this is blackmail. They did not come and help me to invade Syria, so I'm going to send the refugees. Don't you have any shame? Is this what Turkey has become? This is the leadership of Turkey? This is what has happened. So what is going to happen now? I am anticipating. This is my political analysis. I can be wrong. Yes, I can be wrong, but no harm in offering an analysis. I believe that Turkey has no other option now, none. That NATO has refused to help. Turkey has no other option than to go to Russia now and try to get an understanding to avert war. And Russia can probably help Turkey at this time by getting Syria to suspend its struggle, military struggle in Idlib, to liberate Idlib. They waited for 2 years from 2018 to 2020, and now they may have to wait a little longer. And so Dajjal's warriors in Idlib, the big bogus jihad supported by Santa Claus, will get another lease of life. And that's how you call yourself a valid jihad? You have to depend upon Santa Claus to keep you alive in your jihad? Shame on you. I'm sorry that I had to use such violent language on these programs again and again, because next week I may be gone from this world. And it is very, very frustrating that these stupid people keep on the path on which they're going without any sense in their head. But thank Allah that